Hello everyone, Shane Anderson here from the Pike Group and Royal LePage Atlantic.
And I'm Sandra Pike and I'm from Royal LePage Atlantic as well. We're both from Royal
We're
LePage.
both from
Yes,
Royal
we're Royal
LePage.
LePagers.
Yeah. So welcome. We're going to talk about marketing your home today. So Sandra, what it is about to talk about marketing?
You know what, Shane? Long gone are the days of just putting a sign on MLS or, you know, those orange signs that people put up? House for
House
sale.
for sale, yeah.
And then you got to slow down, stop the car with the other car banging into you. Yeah. And like, what's that number? So it's not just about sticking a sign on a lawn. Like, it's, even if you're a for sale by owner, it's not just about that anymore.
Well, things have certainly changed.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, where's my phone? Everybody, you go to a restaurant now and everybody has their phone just like this, and it's all about, you know, the internet, and it's all about being online, and you know, it's just changed so much. And I've only been in the industry now for 5 years, and it's you know, before I got into this industry, I sold advertising actually to realtors. I didn't know if I told you that, but I worked in print media. And, you know, it was all these ads, and, you know, now if you even look at the Herald, the ads have just, you know, diminished.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you, if you noticed a big difference in terms of what people use for advertising in terms of marketing. Has there been a big shift from paper marketing to more of a digital age now?
Oh, absolutely. Well, 90% of buyers, you know, they look for houses online. Like, if you're buying a car, where are you looking?
We're looking online first.
Absolutely. Yep. So there's no different with a house. You know, people are online and they're looking, and you know what? You only live once. Well, you only list once. You have one opportunity to wow that buyer, and you know what? Like, you know what we're like as women, especially if we don't like it, flip or slide to the next listing, right? So yeah, it's certainly about it is digital marketing. You know, it's just changed so much.
So give us an idea on where you can market your home. Certain places you can market your home. Where would you market somebody's home?
Well, obviously you're going to be on MLS, right? But it's not just about being on MLS. Like, I feel that social media and being that top of mind awareness, you know, for any type of buyer, because you know, you can put a listing within social media, and I might not be the one looking to buy a house, but maybe my girlfriend is. And you know, she can call, hey, Susie, did you see that listing that was just over there on that website? You're going to love it. So I think that you need to be, you know, in different areas. So I know when, you know, when we market a home, we go from Facebook to LinkedIn to Twitter to what we do, Facebook personal,
YouTube,
business, YouTube, like everywhere that you can have a house, you need to be there. You need to advertise it. It's not just hoping, you know, praying to God. You know, we're in a buyer's market here in Halifax with over 13 months of inventory. So you really need to be innovative, and you got to put your best foot forward. You know, if you've got a messy house, or if your pictures aren't great, or if you're in the pictures, or if your dog is in the picture, get that stuff out. You got to keep it clean. You got to keep it fresh.
So going into the social media, what demographics typically gravitate to certain types of social media? Like we mentioned Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you know, Snapchat, and stuff like that. What kind of clients or what kind of people are into those different types of social media?
Well, if you look at Instagram, that's huge when it comes to, you know, the women demographic. And would you believe this? This is going to be funny. For Instagram, the average woman who's taking a picture on Instagram of herself, guess how old she is?
40.
You're close. It's the 43 cougar who is taking their self. It's true.
Yeah.
They are all over Instagram. Like, hey, look at me, I'm cute. Those women, they're on Instagram, and you know, those women like in their 40s. You know, they are probably looking to, you know, eventually list their house, sell, either get into something bigger or maybe even to downsize. And then you still have your younger audience who's on Instagram. You know, they're going to be your first-time home buyers. So I think that, you know, if you're on Instagram, you certainly have to reach that demographic, and the people who you talk to on Instagram are not going to be the same people that you would talk to on Twitter, that you would, you know, LinkedIn. Well, what I really put a big focus on, you know, a $200,000 listing on LinkedIn, I'd probably go with a more executive style of listing, you know, that I would place there and have you know, have something totally different as I would, you know, but your Facebook or business page, you know, you can get, there's a whole big demographic that you can get there.
Yeah. I found an interesting statistic yesterday I came across, is that a lot of teenagers now, which you would think that would be more towards the Facebook, are not even on Facebook.
That's
some
for the old crowd.
16 and 18-year-olds don't even have Facebook accounts now. It's all the Instagram, the Twitter, and the Snapchat. So Facebook is more towards the older crowd, more mature crowd.
like us, of course.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
But no, you definitely really have to reach. Like again, it's not just about having your house listed on MLS. You need to reach that demographic for whatever your price point, and that's who you really need to talk to on social media. And again, there's several different types of social media where you can get that message out.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, you got to be very competitive in today's market, like Sandra mentioned. It's a buyer's market, over 5,300 homes for sale right now in HRM, over 13 months of inventory. So you really got to be competitive, and you got to have a huge reach to kind of get out there and be visible with as many potential buyers as possible. So.
And even from 2012, we are down 1,000 units not sold. So it's crazy. Yeah. Another thing, that I always talk to people about, because chances are whatever agent you get to list your house is never going to be the one sell it, right? There's always another agent who's coming in. And a real estate transaction is not just a business transaction. It really, truly is an emotional transaction. So we like to leave these little note cards all around the house. And, how many times do you go into a house, and especially with a waterfront property, you get this question, Shane, can you have a boat in that water? Like, how the heck do you know?
Yeah.
Right? So, we could be out showing 20 properties that day, and we're not really going to do the homework until you pick out your last 3 that you really want. So we leave these little tent cards, so, enjoy the water because you can have motorized boating, or you can swim. And the other question I get asked a lot is this deck south facing? And so you really need to talk to the buyer, because as a seller, you're not there. And we find these little tent cards, we like to make them emotional, just so they can appeal to that buyer coming in. And there's always something that a seller wants to tell a buyer, and they're never there. So, even if you are listing your own home, I think it's a good idea to have that information that could appeal to the buyer who's coming in. Like, really, really important. Again, 5,000 homes on the market. Why are you going to be the one that they pick? Why is your house, the one that they're writing that offer on?
Exactly. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks, Sandra.
And
if you'd like to reach out to us and find out a little bit more about what we do in terms of marketing, you can go to our website at thepikegroup.ca. You can give us a call.
I got to tell you the number. It's a cool number. It's 902-406 sold.
Oh, you with the thumbs up. Yeah. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys.
All
we'll see you in the next one.
Take care.
Bye now.